Hello everyone, my name is Arden and welcome back to another video. So today I'll be taking a look at set 75342. This is the Republic fighter tank that of course released in 2022. So this set has 262 pieces, is $50 Canadian. Has 6 minifigures, sorry, those being 2 187th clones, 2 just normal battle droids, a 187th clone commander, which is the airborne trooper, and then the really amazing Mace Windu minifigure. So how I describe this set is a set with an amazing minifigure lineup, probably the best minifigure lineup, excluding like a large D2C set that has a ridiculous amount of minifigures. At this size and price, the best minifigure set. The 187 clones, to me, are the best Lego clones they've ever made. Purple's my favorite color, so I absolutely love them. The Mace Windu minifigure is absolutely amazing. The arm printing looks great and is so far superior to the one that came in the gunship. And then you get a couple droids, which I think is great to get in a clone set. You want some sort of opposition, so I think it's really great to get a couple droids here. And I just think the minifigure lineup's really great. But for the build, I think it's a good build. It's not a great build, but it's a good build. There's some areas that I think are strong, and then there's some areas that I think just don't look overly good and do have some big flaws to them, and I'll try to take a look at and highlight those in the review. So first, I'll take a look at the build of this set, then the minifigures, the box art, and all that, and then give you my final thoughts on this set. So here is the Republic fighter tank, and this is the third iteration of this build, and I would say this one might be the worst. I'm not 100% definitive on that, but I think the last one, the previous one, was the best one, the smallest one. I think that's just the best build overall. Of course, that price range does limit the amount of minifigures you will get in that set. Even though it's 4, this one only has 2 more. But I think the minifigures in this set are far superior. Some aspects of this build I think are really good. Down here, both sides there, I think are really good. I like these sloped pieces there. I think the stickers here are nice. You've got the Republic logos there that are nice as well. Around here, just the color suite of this vehicle is really nice. As you move to the side, I think this is the worst angle of this set because of that big large obvious gap that you see with this canopy piece. So of course seen this canopy piece with X-Wing as well as other ships, and I think it's a good piece. It's just, I would say it doesn't work perfectly here because of that gap. Going into the interior, this interior, I actually forgot how bad it is. This interior sucks. I didn't realize how bad this was when building it, but now reviewing it, this interior absolutely sucks. You have a bit of a seat there, no console at all. Okay, that's a bad interior. It really is. I didn't realize how bad that was before. Looking at the back, I think it looks fine. This, you see, of course, the inverted studs, but I think it's all right. You've got a little ramp there. You can see where a minifigure would be able to stand to go up through there. I think the back area is fine. You can't really fit a figure back there, but if you want to just stand one back there, it does work. The cannons, I think from here to here, they're simple, but they still work. You've got flick fire missiles, that's totally expected. I like this sticker detailing here. But I will say, having these exposed studs right here, I don't love, and I wish they found some other pieces to use to improve this section of the cannon. That's the same, of course, for the other side. The top fit, I think this area is good. I would say this area right here, this top area, is just not as detailed as I would like it to be. This can open up, which can just, you can just put a minifigure right there and have them stand on the studs, and it works quite well. The area, I think, is big enough. It works. It's just I wish it was a bit more detailed. So for angles of this set, I think this is a set that really relies on the angles. Frontwards, looks fine. To the side, doesn't look too great. So just like a recap here of the build, this is worse than I originally thought of it when doing this review. The bottom here is pretty good. I think it's it's really good. I think the sticker detailing as well as the pieces and techniques is really good. Here, I would say is overall good. The where you'd see through is decent as well. The canopy piece does leave a bit of a gap, which is not great. The cannons, I wish they found some other pieces to use, and I wish there was a bit more detailing right up here. But one other thing that I hadn't realized, of course, is that interior. That interior is bad. You can fit extra minifigures with stud space, and I don't really care about the interior of this set. But the interior, for those who do, is absolute, it's bad. It's really bad. And there's no way around it. It's just a seat, or not even that. A bit of space to put your minifigure in there, and no detailing, no console at all. It's a bad interior. One of the worst interiors, I think, of any ship, vehicle, any Star Wars set that I've seen. This is a pretty bad interior. So looking at that, I kind of want to rate this interior, or this build overall. Right now, I would give it like a 5, maybe a 4. Like, the one good thing here, I would say, is this. Everything else is either alright or not good at all, like the interior and the gaps that you get from that canopy piece. The build's alright, but it's for sure not a great build, and it's worse than I thought it was before I started this review. Even though I'd say the build leaves a lot to be desired, the minifigure selection for sure does not. This minifigure selection is top tier, and I think one of the best in any LEGO Star Wars set. You've got an opposing force here with a couple droids, which the droids, they're just basic droids, but they do have those gunmetal gray blasters. They're good, they're fine. I don't ever really see changing these droids. I think they're fine as they are. I wouldn't mind joint movement, but I just don't see that happening. I'd rather them add detail to other minifigures like clones than to put money into upgrading a droid minifigure, which I just feel is a bit unnecessary. The next minifigure here, a really great minifigure, Mace Windu. Of course, he's got his purple lightsaber there. The robes are overall very similar to other Mace Windu minifigures, but the thing that is not is this great Clone Wars style armor on the arms. You've got the Jedi logo right there, which looks really great. And then some more arm printing there. This arm printing is just amazing. It's really, really good. The back torso printing is nice, and the face print is nice as well. I'm not sure if this is an exclusive Mace Windu. I have my gunship behind me. I'll try to see if it is. I'm gonna quickly go over, and is it? No, it's not. It's not an exclusive Mace Windu face. So next, the 3 clone minifigures of this set, and I think they are some of the best clone minifigures we have ever seen. I love Lego clones. I love collecting Lego clones, and I hope to sort of build an army of Lego clones. Right now, I'm not at the highest I'd like to be of Lego clone army. That really made absolutely no sense. But with the 501st Battle Pack and maybe other cheaper clone sets, I could potentially get a more or a larger clone army, and with the price of this set, I do expect to get a few more of these, but of course not a ton, given that it's a $50 set. If it was a $20 set that had 4 of these, I'd end up with a bit of an army of them, but given I'm only going to buy 4 or 5, this set won't have that many. So here is the commander. This is a 187th commander, which I just think is a made-up title here. It's a airborne, or a clone with an airborne helmet, which looks good, I would say. I like the printing that you have overall there. I really like those purple prints right there. I feel like something on the top of the helmet is a bit missing, but when I look at it more, I don't really mind it all that much. The printing on the torso and legs is really nice. I like some of the sand, like blue detailing that's added to some of these minifigures. Like a lot of the recent clones, you have some toe printing there. This is accurate or just in line with other clone minifigures we have in recent years. There's some waist printing, which is really nice. The torso leg printing I just think is really good, and the straps continue onto the back. I think this is a really great minifigure, and with the 501st Battle Pack coming up in January, and being that there is a commander in that, I wonder if the commander will be a 501st Airborne Trooper, similar to this 187th one. So the next two minifigures are just normal 187th clones, and I think these are top three for sure, maybe even number one for me, of LEGO clone troopers. These are absolutely amazing. They for sure have that shock troopers type design with those lines on the helmet. They have just purple toe printing with the normal toe printing, but purple printed on top of that. The knees are really nice. You've got some more of that sand blue detailing there. Those black prints that we see on a lot of recent clones, a purple belt there, some purple printing on the chest area, a strap there, and some more purple printing on the back with that strap continuing over a black blaster there. And the helmet, I think, is really nice as well. For all these clone minifigures, they do have that newer face print, which I think is really nice. But this 187th clone, or all these minifigures, I would say, are really, really good. I like those just normal clone troopers as well as the airborne trooper. And as much as I really doubt we see them again, I would absolutely love to see them in a cheaper set just to get a large quantity of these, because I don't see them being like under like $5 anytime soon, and that's probably what I need for them to be very like viable to actually create a massable amount of these. I think these are great minifigures, a great selection, and a really surprising selection, which I think is really cool to get these weirder things in a set. And I think that's one of the best things of this set, is you're getting something you wouldn't normally get, which is really cool. And it's in a clone set, which always does well, of course, given this set's done really well. It's been sold out for a few months now. I just finally was able to get it, and I believe it's already sold out on LEGO Shop at Home. And I haven't seen it in stores anywhere. So now I'll just go to the box art and then go through my final thoughts on this set. Except for a few inconsistencies, I would say LEGO Star Wars box art in the last year or so has been pretty good. And I think this set is no different. The Clone Wars box art here looks really nice. You've got those Ahsoka 332nd, I believe, clones right there. You've got all the minifigures displayed quite nicely, as well as the Republic fighter tank. One thing I must say, just looking at this box art, is the planet they're on, which I'm assuming is maybe Geonosis or just some other sandy planet. And it just looks super artificial, or like the clones just look like they're plopped in there. They don't look like they should be there. The set information's there, the LEGO Star Wars logo. I think overall the box art is really nice. I love that yellow line there with the Ahsoka clone. On top, you've got the commander there, and then on the back, you have another shot of the set with its functions. I think this box art is good. I don't think it's the best LEGO Star Wars box art we've got, just because of, like, I would say the image or the background of this. But the clone there in the corner and this Clone Wars box art is really nice, even if we didn't see these particular clones in the Clone Wars series. I think the Republic fighter tank from 2022 is a pretty good set. I think there's a few additions I wouldn't mind seeing to this. Some sort of droid vehicle, like, I don't know, is it STAP? Is that what it's called just something like that I think is needed here, just to have some sort of vehicle. As you have 4 Republic minifigures, as well as a tank going up against 2 droids. So something there I think would have been nice. Also sort of increasing the piece count, because I think if you're out of the Lego space, really, like a big hardcore Lego fan, you see this Lego Star Wars set and it's 262 pieces. It seems a little expensive for $50, but there are a lot of larger pieces used here, especially these right here, which previously, if they had built this set, would have probably taken 5 to 10 pieces for each side, I'd say. So because of that, it changes the piece count from getting close to around 300 to being 265 just because of that piece. And you have some other large parts here. There's not a ton of smaller parts in this set, like these plates here. Those 2 plates, they're longer plates that we saw recently introduced into the Lego line a couple years back. Those plates like that are just larger pieces, so I think this is a case where you can't look at price per piece for this set. I think it's just on your personal judgment if you think this set looks good. For minifigures, I'd totally pick this set up. For a build, I think the last Republic fighter tank was the best of the 3. I do really like that smaller design. The minifigures were a bit lacking, I would say, in that one, but the minifigures here are great. I would say the build is good, and I do want to get a couple more of these in the future, especially to get one of or more of those 187th, which I just think are absolutely amazing clones. And I think this is a really strong set of this year, and I'm happy that it ended up coming out and that we just get something like this that has the 187th clones that I would say no one really knew or didn't really think of when they would think of clones that Lego would make, because of course we saw in Season 7 other clones with Mace Windu that we could have got in this set, which I think are great clones and I would like to see them in the future. Other clones, you know, you have got 2/12ths, but because we got them in the ATT, it totally makes sense why we wouldn't get them here. I think Wolfpack clones are ones that I would really love to see. They're some of my top tier clones, or at least clone designs. And then just plain white clones, I think, is something we need to see in the future. And of course, with the recently released rumor list of sets for January and March, we have a 501st Battle Pack coming out, which is exciting. I think I don't know how often we're going to get clone battle packs. It's like a one every 4 or 5 years type of thing, I feel. So I don't know if that clone battle pack was a waste of a clone battle pack spot, given that we just had a 501st Battle Pack. I do love 501st clones, so I'm happy to get more in a cheaper set. It's just that I would say I would have liked to see a battle pack that, say, had a couple plain clones, something else, and something else to fill those 2 other minifigure spots. If we get minifigure packs, I'm excited to see what we get there, but I think this set is overall really good. The minifigures are good. The build is good. I think there's some areas like the bottom of it, or just like this area here, that's really good. As you move up, it gets worse, and I would say at certain angles it doesn't look great, especially the gaps that you see with this canopy piece. That can be changed by the angle you're looking at. Front on, you can't really see that at all, and it looks totally fine, but at a side angle you can for sure see that gap, and it doesn't look great. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.